the early 20th century, in a society led by men, a new voice emerged in Britain, the Suffragette movement. The protests are the same as former feminist movement, but built around a more radical organization, the Women's Social and Political Union, founded in 1903 by Emily Pankhurst. In comparison with the more moderate suffragists, the Suffragettes rejected slow parliamentary lobbying in favor of direct confrontational action. Their reivindications are clear: the right to vote, equal legal standing, and recognition of women as full political subjects in the public space. To strengthen their public identity, suffragettes also created a visual language for visibility and unity: purple for dignity, white for purity, and green for hope. This symbolic system helped structure a movement that remains today in activist imagery. Methods were innovative: marches, window smashing, campaigns, hunger strikes, imprisonment, and civil disobedience, which were not impulsive violence, but a calculated strategy to claim women's dominance. The suffragette struggle will mark a shift in the history of human rights, because it links civil disobedience to demand of gender equality.
The fourth feminist wave, sparked in the 2010s, arrived by dealing with another issue: gender violence and other post-materialistic issues that were being tackled by women. This in order to make their claims visible, this by different manners. The suffragettes' legacy is visible in the current demonstration of feminist movement. Visual identity. For instance, colors like the green and violet are nowadays their banners in every meeting. Sometimes, feminists push the fight to the extreme. The example of Femmen shows a form of radicalization of the cause in order to make people take consciousness of the issue, and this by extreme methods. The example of Femmen shows a form of radicalization of the cause in order to make people take consciousness of the issue, and this by extreme methods. Several movements have been established in order to act against domestic violence. Nous Toutes in France or No Una di Meno in Italy. These organizations make these claims becoming a global political issue. Recently, there was also the emergence of sexual and sexist violence scandals, notably in highly mediatized spaces such as cinema or television. We can take the example of the #MeToo movement, with the amount of testimonies of actresses or journalists about their traumatisms. The recent increase of scandals enabled also women to break other taboos about women's struggle for liberties, such as Masha Amini in Iran, and the liberty to wear or not a veil.
Claims of feminists for equality finally had their benefits. At the spark of the 21st century, the struggle of women had become a social and political issue for the entire world, illustrated by the handling of the topic by international instances. In 2010, UN Women became the global standard bearer for gender equality. And on the 7th of March of 2025, Antonio Gutierrez expressed himself in front of the Assembly to express the necessity to promote gender equality and to support policies in favor of women and girls.
It's also interesting to look at the limit of the movement. Even if the cause was great, it's important to highlight that it was a kind of close movement. Like it's highlighted in the article of BBC, suffragettes were part of the classes, they focused on political rights, and they were mostly white women from the Occidental world. However, today, the fight takes place all around the world, and there is a kind of cohesion, like in this video, where French actresses supported Iranian women. On the other hand, today's feminist movement focuses on a wider range of issues. Equist associations talk about equal justice, protection against gender violence, and equality. In definitive, women demand equal opportunities in life. The methods were also different. Suffragettes used more violent methods, with, for example, the use of attacks, like in 1913 with the bombing of Prime Minister David Lloyd George home by Emily Davidson. Today, the feminist movement is generally more peaceful, especially thanks to the emergence of social networks, which are used to run major campaigns such as MeToo movement or Balance ton port in France. Also, a lot of awareness campaigns are conducted everywhere thanks to the involvement of feminist associations, international organizations, or even artists. Finally, we also see a lot of peaceful marches, especially every March 8th, and sometimes with the participation of men.
So this is the end of our presentation.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.